Hey guys, welcome to a brand new 20-minute workout. Haha, surprise. It's not 60 or 90 minutes. Okay, however, though, I do have a little caveat to this one. It is 20 minutes. However, this is the first workout in a challenge series that I'm offering you. Now, this is on YouTube. This is living on YouTube because I am teasing this challenge for you today. This is a 2-week challenge that will live on my on-demand platform. So 14 days of curated workouts, specifically targeting the core. So we're going to work on core connection, core strength, and core stability. All right, so today, only 20 minutes. That's all I need from you. If you are interested, if you love this workout and you're interested in investing in the 14-day program, you'll go to my on-demand platform, which you can find through my website at JessPFit.com, okay, and you'll sign up for this challenge. Each day, there'll be a new workout waiting for you. Each workout is 20 minutes, no more than that, okay? However, they are curated day 1 to day 14. You'll use a series of props, nothing we haven't used before, things like the Pilates ball, Pilates circle, Jumpboard, nothing you haven't seen me use in the past, okay? Throughout those 14 days. At the end of day 14, you're complete, you're done. But these have been curated specifically to fit into that program. So in 14 days, you're gonna see a significant change in your core strength, which is what I want you to see. That's the goal. All right, so new year, new core. That's what this challenge is called. All right, if you love this workout, which I hope you do, please visit the on-demand platform for the rest of the challenge. At any time, if you have questions for me, you know you can always reach out to me at JessPFit.com. You'll see my contact button right there. I'm available to you 24/7, so don't be afraid. See you soon. Hey guys, welcome to day 1 of your new year, new core challenge. All right, here we go. We're going to get right into it. I'm not going to waste any time. Today, all you need is your Pilates peanut, okay? Or it's called a Franklin ball, but I always call it a peanut. So if you've worked with me in the past, it's the peanut. Right now, if you don't have a peanut, you can use a playground ball, which is a 5-inch playground ball. I've used that in the past too, or a small Pilates ball. That'll work as well. Okay, you want your jump board up and ready to go. It's going to stay up the entire time. You want 1 yellow spring on that carriage. That's 1 extra light spring. Now, if you don't have an extra light spring, please go with your lightest spring, all right? Headrest is going to be down to start. You could have it up if you'd like, if that gives you better alignment through the spine as you jump, but we are going to be taking an ab curl, so just so you know, it is going to be out of the way once we get into that ab curl. And that's it. We're going to jump this entire 20 minutes, all right? So be ready, but you're going to feel the core. This is not powerful leg jumping, not today. All right, so come on onto your back. Lay all the way down so your head is on that headrest, shoulders are up against your shoulder blocks. You're going to take that peanut and we're going to place it right in between the inner thigh, so just above the knee. Same place for that playground ball or whatever prop you are using today. Arms are going to come long by your side to start, and we're going to take those legs and we're just going to press them all the way out to 2 straight legs. Now, on 1 extra light spring, you're going to feel like you're floating. So right away, we need to strengthen or connect through the core. So we're going to draw that belly button up and in. I want you to feel your tailbone heavy in the carriage. All right, my ribs are closed. All right, and we're going to keep them that way. Nice neutral spine, neutral pelvis. We're going to roll through the ball of the foot and flick through the toes. So straight leg jumps, or you can call them straight leg flicks, okay, because I don't want you to bend at the knee. All right, so right away, you're going to feel that core. All right, 1 yellow spring. You don't get any deeper than that for core connection. All right, so rolling and flicking through those toes. I want you to think about drawing the belly button up and into the spine as you leave that jump board. My ribs stay closed and there's that little bit of air underneath my low back. You're here for 6, 5, just light hold on that peanut, 4, 3, last 2. Now right here, you're going to take an ab curl. So we're going to interlace those fingers behind the base of the skull, and we're going to think about lifting the tips of the shoulder blades off the carriage as we continue that straight leg flick. Okay, rolling through the ball of the foot, leaving through the toes, landing through the toes and all the way down to that heel. Remember, we want to find that full foot connection every time. There is space between my chin and chest. All right, I want you to really work on not yanking the head. If anything, we think about holding it or cradling the skull and tractioning that spine up and back. You're here for 8, 7, 6. You've got 5. Whoo! Last 4. Feel that core, right? Last 3. We're messing around. We're jumping right in. Jumping right in. Now we're going to add a little pulse on the peanut. 2 pulses and land. Roll and flick. 2 pulses and land. I want you to intention on that peanut from the pelvic floor. Okay, so I want you to think less about your knees and more about that inner thigh or that pelvic floor narrowing on the peanut. You've still got that ab curl. That low back is now touching the carriage. There is no more air underneath that low back. You're here for 8. Double pulse. Good. 7. You've got 6. Whoo! Last 5. Good. You've got 4. You're going to like the next part. Last 3. And 2. Last 1. Now right here, you're going to go full range of motion. So let those knees bend and take it all the way out for a hop. Now you're going to have a lot of air time here. I want you to think about that inhale breath taking you out, keeping that solid core connection. You're not pulsing on the peanut, just a light hold now. Inhale out, exhale as you land. 8. Good. You got 7. Keep those elbows wide. 6. You've got 5. Whoo! Last 4. We're going to give that peanut to our hands. In 3. Last 2. Last 1 right here. Now keep jumping for me. Okay, take that peanut to your hands. Keep that ab curl if you can. We're going to take that peanut up and over the chest, and I want you to pull that peanut apart as you jump. So I feel activation through the chest and that upper back. Good, hang on to it. You're pulling that peanut apart. Same with that playground ball if you have a playground ball instead. We're going to add a little over and under with those legs. Here we go. Over, under, land. Over, under, land. Now I want you to try to alternate the lead leg. So my right crosses over first, and the next time my left. Good. My right, over, under, land. My left, over, under, land. I want you to think all the way up at those upper inner thighs. That's where you cross. Right there. Good. You've got 2 more. Over, under, land. Left. Over, under, land. And bring it all the way down. Whoo! Okay, let's take that peanut behind the right knee. Okay, behind the right knee. My head is down now. Now, my right leg is going to obviously need to stay up with that peanut. If you've got a playground ball, it might be a little harder to hold on to, but see how it works out. Otherwise, you can just go tabletop. Okay, now we're going to take that ab curl back. So my hands are going to come back behind my head, interlace those fingers, okay, and find that ab curl and hold. Your left foot is on the jump board. Okay, from here, keeping that right knee over your pelvis, you're going to soften that left knee. Inhale, take it out for a little hop. Okay, so full range of motion jumps on that left leg. Inhale out, exhale as you land. Now we're going to be taking these into straight leg jumps. All right, so I'm starting you off easy with that full range of motion. Inhale, exhale, land. 4. Good. Last 3. Last 2. Work at keeping those ribs closed. There is no space under your low back right now. Last 1. Now pause for just a second. Straighten that leg, that left leg. Now we're going to roll and flick through the toes. Roll and flick and land. Roll and flick and land. Good. Hang on to that. Now, even though my right knee is up and over the pelvis, right? It's not jumping. I still want you to think about your inner thighs close to that midline. So we're not letting that right knee travel out to the right. Keep it over the hip. You're here for 6, 5, 4, 3, last 2, last 1. Now keep going. We're going to swivel. So you're going to roll and flick and change that leg into external rotation. And then back to parallel. I lost my words there. Roll and flick external, land external. Roll and flick, land parallel. Roll and flick, land external. Roll and flick, land parallel. So I'm still not bending my knee, right? This is a mind game as well. My knee wants to bend, right? But I need to think about articulating through the foot to leave the jump board. Now my swivel comes from the femur in the hip, all right? My core is on, right? It is on. I have no choice. No choice on that one yellow spring. You're here for 4 and back to parallel. Last 3, external, land, back to parallel, land. You've got 2, external, you land, that inner thigh shines up, back to parallel. Good, last 1, external and parallel, and put that head down, whoo, and come all the way in. All right, you're gonna roll onto your right side, okay, onto your right side. Now, for this one, you can always grab a yoga block if you'd like, but you're gonna lie all the way down on your right side. So for that, for me, I like to pick up my headrest so that I've got better alignment for the head. You can always put a yoga block on top of the headrest if that helps, if that's more comfortable. All right, that gives you better alignment through the spine. All right, so now we're gonna lengthen out. That peanut's back between the inner thigh. I want you to lengthen out so that right waistline has lift off that carriage, okay? My pelvis is stacked. My legs are lined up, all right? My feet are flat on that jump board. Now, from here, keeping a light hold on that peanut, we're gonna need core stability for this one. My left arm's gonna come up towards the sky. I'm going to roll and flick through my toes, keeping my legs straight, okay, with that peanut at the inner thigh. All right, so I'm keeping myself stacked through the pelvis as I roll and flick for those straight leg jumps. All right, I want you to think about keeping that belly button pulled up and in towards the spine. It's challenging to balance on the pinnacle of that right hip. All right, so that's core stability right there. Pull that belly button up and in. It's your inhale out, exhale as you land. Good, rolling and articulating through the foot. We're gonna change this into a little running man. And we're gonna alternate legs. We are gonna do this on both sides. All right, so you're here for 4, 3, last 2, last 1. Now right here, pause for a second, and let's bend that bottom leg. Okay, so your bottom knee folded, so my foot is behind me, that my right foot is behind me, my left foot is still on the jump board. I'm gonna roll and flick through that left foot and switch my landing leg. Roll and flick, switch my landing leg. Roll and flick, and switch. So right there, right away, my hip wanted to roll back, my top hip. So I'm going to work to keep that stacked over my right. Now, your left hand can always come down to the carriage if you need that little extra stability support. It can come to your hip if that helps you really focus on not rolling through the pelvis. All right, and the most challenging is going to be having that arm up towards the ceiling for that longer lever. It's a little bit more to control from the core. Good, point those toes as you roll and flick and take those feet behind you, alternating your landing leg. Inhale out, exhale land. You're here for 6, and switch. Good, last 5, and switch. Good, you've got 4, and switch. Last 3, and switch. Now having that peanut to the inner thigh helps connect through the inner thigh and the pelvic floor. Good, last 1, land on the bottom and land on the top and bring both feet back to the jump board. Let's take that peanut out. We're gonna go on to the other side. So on your back, again, the peanut, let's put that headrest down. Okay, that peanut is gonna come behind that left knee now. Right foot's on the jump board. Okay, so we're gonna straighten that right leg all the way out. Left knee is over the hip. My hands are gonna go behind my skull again. All right, so I'm gonna interlace those fingers and I'm going to find one ab curl and hold that, okay? Now from here, we're going to start full range of motion on that right leg. We're going to soften the right knee. Inhale, take it out for a little hop. All right, so you got a lot of hang time already. All right, inhale out, exhale as you land. Thinking about length from that inner thigh all the way out that right big toe. There's no space under my low back. I've got a strong core connection. I already feel the tremble and the shake, right? Because we've been here before. You're here for 8. Good, keep it going. You've got 6. Good, last 5. Keep those elbows wide. We're not yanking on the head and neck. 4. Good, last 3. Exhale, land, last 2. Last 1. Now you're going to pause for just a moment, reset that straight leg, and we're going to roll and flick through the toes. Roll and flick. Whew, roll and flick. All right, we got it. So really working on not allowing that knee to bend, that right knee, keeping that leg perfectly straight. It's an articulation through the foot and ankle. Good, you're here for 8, 7, 6. Good, you've got 5, 4, last 3, 2. We're going to add that swivel in. Okay, here we go. We're going to land once in external rotation, land once in parallel. Still no bend to the knee. External and parallel. External and parallel. Good. Woo! All right. Hang on to it. You're almost there. We got 6. Land external. Inhale, land parallel. External, 5. And parallel. Good. You've got 4. External and parallel. 3 more. Landed external and parallel. You're swiveling that right leg from the top of the hip and parallel. Last one. External and parallel, and bring it all the way in. Whew. Okay, let's roll onto our left side. Same thing on that other side. So I'm going to lift my headrest back up so I can lay all the way down and I have nice alignment through the head and neck. That peanut's coming right between the inner thigh, so just above the knee, and we're going to lengthen all the way out to 2 straight legs. So I want you to find the pinnacle of that left hip, the highest point of your left hip. Stack your pelvis. Pick up that left waistline. Feet are flat on the jump board. Okay, here we go. From here, we're going to take that right arm up into the sky, and we're going to roll through the toes and land. Roll through the toes and land. All right, so we got one more sequence after this, our very final sequence. So we end centered, right? I can't promise we're always going to end centered throughout these days, these 20-minute workouts, but I'm going to do my best to try. I like ending centered rather than single-sided. All right, but we'll see how it goes. All right, now I want you to think about that inner thigh and pelvic floor connection on the peanut. You're here for 4 and 3, 2, last 1. Now let's do that little running man. You're going to bend your bottom leg so that knee or that foot folds behind you. And now we're going to roll and flick through the right and switch. Roll and flick and switch. So the first one out of the gate is usually the shakiest, right? We want to think about how the core needs to engage, right, to keep us nice and stable. We're lifted through that bottom waistline. I'm trying not to grip the carriage with my left hand, all right? I was gripping my shoulder block. Relax that. Try not to hold tension anywhere where we don't need to hold tension. Good. Roll in. It's a slow motion running man. Good. You're here for 8. Good. And switch. You've got 7. Good. Keeping that, pulling that belly button up in towards the spine. And 6. And switch. You've got 5. Good. And switch. You've got 4. And switch. Last 3, keep that pelvis stacked. Try not to roll forward or back. Last 2, keep those legs perfectly straight. other than the one that's bending, of course. Last one. And bring it all the way in. All right, let's roll onto our back one last time. Let's put that headrest down. Okay, this one you want your headrest completely down. Right, we're gonna add on a spring. So let's add on a blue. So you have your one yellow and now you're adding on that blue. All right, if you had only a blue on there, then stay right there, okay? Now, take that peanut and you're gonna place it underneath your sacrum, okay? So that is just above, or just below, I should say, just below the tailbone. And you want that little divot of the peanut right there, right in that position, right above the tail, or right below the tailbone, I'm sorry, right below the tailbone. Okay, now you're gonna grab your straps and you're gonna go short loops, all right? So you're gonna grab those short loops and we're gonna bring our legs into tabletop, all right? So right away, you're gonna feel a balance challenge. Now, even if you have a playground ball, you can still do this, okay? So ball underneath the sacrum. If you have nothing at all, right, you're in the same position, you just don't have that prop under the sacrum. Now, you're gonna have those fingertips right above the underarm, belly buttons pulled up and in. We're balancing on that peanut, all right? My knees are over my hips and they're separated 4 inches apart. So my legs are just off my hips. From here, we're gonna take our arms down to the carriage and bring them back up. One more like that. Down to the carriage and bring them back up. Now we're gonna add the legs. Legs are gonna extend. Try to keep them separated and then bring them back to start. Inhale, arms arc, legs extend, and we bring it back to tabletop. You've got 6 right here. This is the end of it all. Good, this is the end of your work. I'm not gonna stretch you after this. Okay, so if you need a little stretch, take that time in your body. I wanted to keep it straight to 20 minutes. All right, you've got 4. Inhale, exhale, bring it back. Last 3, inhale, exhale, bend those knees. 4 more. You're stopping those knees right over the hips, right? Not over the belly button. We want that low belly engaged. 2. Good. On your next one, you're going to hold it long. And let's do that over and under, over and under, over and under. Hold those legs long. We're not coming back in. You're here for 8, 7, 6. Think about upper inner thighs. 5, 4, 3, 2, and bring those legs back to parallel and pull them all the way in. Straps are gonna come down, hang those straps up, take that peanut out, come all the way up, and you did it. Well done. Day one done. See you tomorrow.